Well, hello everybody. Spectacular, the Silver Stacular. I'm going to need to see your license, please, before you can continue coming in here. Yeah, that's what's going on right now as far as a local Florida coin show. A large one. It's the Fun Show in Orlando. A lot of people talk about this show. I show it off on my channel. It's a big one, right? And they're going to start asking you, and not asking you, but requiring you to actually have your valid ID match whatever kind of information you put on a registration form in order to get into the show. And that includes things like your name and your residence. I mean, that's where you live. I mean, they want to know where you're living at. And it's crazy to me because this stuff has a lot of value. Now somebody outside of your trust zone potentially is going to have access to where you live and potentially where you store this stuff. I'm curious what you think about this. Write down in the comments if you just let me know what you think, if this is the right direction. I do want to read what it says on the Fun Show's website, just to kind of tell you what's going on. So it says, due to the rise in numismatic crimes and for the safety of our dealers and fellow collectors, the Fun Board of Directors has decided to change the procedures for public registration. Let me pause for just 1 second, because in the past, if you didn't know, what would happen is you would pay for parking to the event, which was just, here's my money, bada bing, no questions asked, and you would go into the show, and then you would go up to a little registration booth. You would tell them your name, or you would just write it yourself on a little "hello, my name is" little badge. Put that badge on your shirt and get a couple little gifts or two, and then walk into the show. Not anymore. Let me keep reading. The public will now be required to register for entry to the Fun Show. The Fun Shows will continue to be free to attend. We are requiring a valid identification and the completion of the attached registration form for admission. The information on the form will need to match what is on the ID you present. For families attending, only one form is needed per household. Please use this link, and it's a fun registration form link, where it's a very simple little form which just says, your name, your address, city, state, and your zip. And again, those are going to have to match whatever you show them as identification. So your identification typically has your name and where you live, right? I mean, this is where you're going to store your precious metals, your coins, your valuables. And like I said, somebody is going to have access to that you may or may not know and may or may not trust. I mean, really, you didn't shake their hand. You haven't had a relationship with this person or people that have access to your information like that. I don't know. That right there kind of, it concerns me. From somebody who's actually a Fun Show coordinator, they reached out and we talked back and forth a little bit, and I asked them about the security of this information, and they said that their words right here, they'll be locked up with security during the show, and after the show they'll be held in a secure location for 30 days. If no incidents arise at the show, they'll be destroyed after the 30 days. So there's a lot of trust we're putting into people at these shows now. And I don't know, tell me what you think down in the comments if you think this is the right direction. Some people might be like, well, I'm not in Florida. It doesn't matter to me. It's not a big deal. I'm in another state. They're going to do whatever they do. And you're probably right for the most part. They are going to do whatever they do. But they might see what's going on with a large show like the Fun Show, and they may use little, ideas that have come up, like getting your identification. So this may be something you start seeing if you haven't already begun seeing it. So I don't know. I don't feel 100% great about it. I like the privacy of just walking into a place and doing my purchases and walking out when I want to without anybody knowing who I am. I kind of enjoy that feeling. It's just privacy. I mean, that's what part of being in America sometimes, is something we enjoy. Just having a little privacy to ourselves, It's getting less and less as time goes on, for sure. I mean, more people, the government gets into our business, for sure. And it's just one more thing now that's no longer a private thing. I understand the purpose, to try to thwart numismatic crimes. However, are they that huge that you are really needing to do this? Is that really that big of a deal? Is it happening that often to where this becomes something you gotta do? I don't know. That's the question, isn't it? I've definitely posted a few times on my channel of some, significant numismatic crimes, some scumbags as I call them. But is it happening that often to where you have to have this kind of reaction? That's a question. Apparently, the fun show believes that they do. I have something that you can barely see in the upper portion of this video, and a lot of people in Florida have those things. And at these shows, they will have those things. I don't think that I personally want to be a thief in Florida because of some of these things right here. Now, some people don't care about that. They're still going to do what they do because a thief is a thief. But, that's a pretty good deterrent right there in a place like Florida. And that's something that a lot of people are going to have. And as of July 1st, being a constitutional concealed carry state, that's even bigger than ever right now. So, I don't know. I'm very curious about what you think down in the comments below. If you are going to the fun show, you may not have known about this new information. This is something that they're just starting now. So again, this was not done in the past. This is a new thing. And I want you to be aware of it, that when you go up to the registration booth, it's going to be a different process. Probably going to be a lot slower. You may want to get there earlier to get this little part done. Yeah, tell me what you think. Curious. Privacy is going out the window. Spegtacular is out. Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular. When I was a kid, we did this every day in school, and I believe we need to bring this back a little bit, and I'm going to start right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.